Godzilla Minus One is spectacular for like a million reasons, but it definitely is meant to be a tribute to the original, but also be its own thing. It's a tribute to the original in that I think it delves into the psychology of Japanese people in a, I think, authentic way that's still a bit fantastical. The original Godzilla came out in 1954, and I think it had a little more distance because of that. It was supposed to be about, a more abstract idea of being scared of war in the form of Godzilla representing nuclear power, which Japan had suffered under. But in this new version, they're a bit more explicit and have it take place in 1947, like right after the war. And the Rinza attack scene especially is really just almost shot for shot a send up to the original. This version of Godzilla is much smaller, like the original, and the focus on a comparatively small series of encounters in Japan instead of some wider, world-spanning type of narrative is also more comparative to the original. But it also manages to feel fresh because of its new narrative angle in talking about the question of kamikaze or suicide, self-sacrifice. I've seen a fair few Japanese films, and I haven't seen a lot of popular ones that really kind of criticize the idea like that. I think the idea of self-sacrifice is common in a lot of countries, not just Japan, and it can be a hard instinct to overcome and a very easy one to embrace in a film, just because a film is a big public thing and you don't want to make a big deal about not being self-sacrificing. But I think it's a very powerful one because I know from reading history that Japan was pretty reckless with the lives of its people in World War II. It got a lot of people killed, and there's a lot of people I think that even go unmourned comparatively because it was seen as their duty to go in there and die for the cause, but that's a little sad. And so I think it's great that this story is able to sell the public on a larger narrative that says, why don't we see a bit past beyond the sacrifice ourselves for the cause paradigm? I think everyone would agree that's a big part of why the film is so special.